Please welcome to the stage CEO and co-founder of Collision and Web Summit, Paddy Cosgrave.
How is everybody? Wow, that's a crowd. There's kind of a bit of space over in the kind of wings. If people there want to move a little bit forward, we can squeeze in some of the people that are still trying to queue in, possibly. Before we get to a certain vice president, this morning, Justin Trudeau released a little video that I want to share.
Welcome to Canada, Collision. I'm happy you chose Toronto to host North America's fastest growing tech conference for the next 3 years. But I have to say, I'm not completely surprised. Toronto's a key global tech hub and an example of the diversity that is our strength. Here in Canada, we know innovation and inclusion go together, and the rest of the world has taken notice. Tech talent is coming to our country in record numbers. And with our Skills and Innovation Plan, our government is making it easier for innovators to succeed and for investors to support them, whether it's thanks to the Global Skills Strategy, the Innovation Superclusters, or the Women Entrepreneurship Strategy. We know Collision will bring even more energy and vision to Toronto's tech scene. Collision, bienvenue au Canada. On est impatient de vous y accueillir ici et je pense que vous allez vous y sentir chez vous. À bientôt.
So we're incredibly excited that Collision will be in Toronto next May, and I hope you're all going to join us. We have a huge delegation from the Toronto community with us here, and I wanted to invite three, what I've heard, Torontonians up on stage to share with you what we can all expect in Toronto next May. So please welcome to the stage and give a huge round of applause to Sunil Sharma, Managing Director of TechStars in Toronto, Councillor Michael Thompson, Chair of the Economic Development Committee of Toronto, City of Toronto, and Anna Hu, the co-founder and CEO of Brizi. Woo! So, just a few quick words, Michael, maybe if we might begin with you. What can we expect in Toronto next year?
Good afternoon, New Orleans. How are you doing? Paddy, I'm looking forward to welcoming all the amazing people to Toronto. Toronto is the most multicultural city in the world. In fact, 50.5% of our population was born outside of Canada. You will be most welcome. When you get to the airport, you will feel the Toronto spirit. Toronto has such culture, diversity, food. Did I say food? Do you like food? Toronto is all about technology. Toronto is a safe city. It is, in fact, the fourth largest city in North America. You will find when you arrive in Toronto, people work together, people live together. Diversity is our strength, and as our Prime Minister has just stated, you will, in fact, be amazed by all of the wonderful people, the food. I have to tell you, Toronto is the home of Drake. Does anyone like Drake? Absolutely. I would also invite you to visit our St. Lawrence Market, where we have a cornucopia and collection of food. You also have to try what is Canadian's primary delicious food item, pea meal bacon and poutine. It's absolutely wonderful. But most and foremost, ladies and gentlemen, we have the safest city in the entire world, the most multicultural city in the entire world, where people like us come from varying different parts of the world, and we live together, we work together, and in fact, we succeed together. Our motto is, no one gets left behind, and so we want to look forward to welcoming you to Toronto. When you arrive at the airport, you will experience the Toronto experience and the Canadian experience. Looking forward to having you in Toronto next year. Thank you.
That was unbelievable. That was fantastic. Anna?
So I was asked to share a few perspectives as an entrepreneur and founder of a tech company that was born and raised in Toronto. So Brizi is based out of the 111 co-working space in downtown Toronto, where 1 million Torontonians get to live and reside. So it's not a ghost town on the weekends. It's lively, it's vibrant. the one thing I wanted to share the most with all of you guys, echoing what Michael said about diversity and the range of different cultures that we see in Toronto. So in my company, there are no 3 people that are from the same background, that are from the same country. We've been able to take advantage of government programs that allow us to grant visas to highly skilled workers to come join the high talent pool that we have here in Toronto. That's what allowed us to thrive. So I welcome you to join us for Collision in Toronto next year.
So 5 years ago, before Collision had even been created, this man showed up in Dublin and constantly harassed me, telling me I needed to move Web Summit to Toronto. And nobody has stalked me personally more over the last 5 years. It's been incredible. Sunil has played such an incredible role behind the scenes over the last 2 years in making this all happen. So, Sunil, over to you.
Oh, thanks, Paddy. So this is it's a great moment to have to be able to welcome you. We have hundreds of Canadian ambassadors, tech ambassadors in this room and in this city right now to help build a transition from one great conference to another and to really host you over the next few years. Toronto as a tech hub has really come into its own. We are thriving in all aspects of technology, in startups, in graduates, in very advanced disciplines in machine learning and artificial intelligence and virtual reality and gaming and design and enterprise software. And we are really crushing it. The companies have been, are now being treated as an asset class. And investors are looking at Canadian companies and into Toronto startups for investment and for growth. The conditions are great. The city is fantastic, as we just heard. We have certain advantages in things like immigration, where founders from other countries can find it easier and quicker and faster and, quite frankly, better to move to Canada right now and to spend some time with us. And don't cut the mic at that moment. And spend some time with us, and we'll build your companies together. TechStars is there now. It's thriving, and we can't wait for Collision.
Fantastic. I'd love just to ask you to raise the roof, in particular for Sunil. It's just been so incredible over so many years. So thank you so much. Thanks a million, guys. Thanks so much. Look forward to seeing you all in Toronto. So I just want to say, we're going to show a short video in a moment, that we've had 3 really incredible years in this city. New Orleans is really perhaps the most unique city in the world. It's certainly the most unique city in America. And I'd just like to say to Chris Schultz and all the community here, thank you so much for hosting us over the last 3 years. It couldn't have been more wonderful. And I look forward to coming back here, as I'm sure all of you do, many times in the future. So thank you so much.
Welcome to Canada, Collision. Our government is making it easier for innovators to succeed and for investors to support them. Collision will bring even more energy and vision to Toronto's tech scene. Collision, bienvenue au Canada.
Now, I think this is the one you've all been waiting for. He's a founder of Generation Investment.